Cool.
Welcome everybody to another Sunday sermon with Justin Banks, and Chris, No Risk, No Premium. We are not financial advisors, so anything we say should not be taken as financial advice. No one on this call is. So there you go.
Purely for entertainment purposes. But what is up, guys? Super cool week last week, man. Lots of fun. Lots of people made a ton of money. I thought we played it really well. And it was more conservatively. I thought we played it, and I thought it was a true testament to, a lot of our strategy is to do less, right? And trade what's in front of you. So, we waited till there were big levels that we got to that we discussed all week long, right? And we waited till we got there, and then we struck, and then we executed. We waited for the news articles that we anticipated to come out, and they came out, right? So that's that's a true testament to like everybody in the community, man, sticking and having discipline together, man. I was really excited to see. I know Justin, the common side was just bleeding. And it's a lot harder to short stocks than to buy some puts. So, I saw a lot of names from the comment side over in our chat, just kind of see, hey, what y'all doing over here? It's a little boring on our side. So I was very welcoming to see everybody.
I just want, yeah, sorry.
No, it was cool to see everybody over, and just, everybody was super welcoming. We got like pretend beef between the two rooms, but it's really all love, and it was just cool, man. It was cool. Everybody was able to make a little bit of money, and, there was no yodeling and hodling or whatever that shit is. And, it was good. It was just good. It was good. And the live trading too. I'll tell you what, that is about as much fun. And Trell and I have traded numerous times together, but I think having a big down day and then doing it with y'all was just like really like a cream, like a cherry on the top for it. Cause it was a lot of fun, man. We had a few heads out in the barbershop too, out there in LA. And they were hooting and hollering, I think there was about 5 or 6 of us. And if you guys been to the shop, it's not a big shop, but it's a very well-known shop. Out there in LA, and there was some big time people there watching us, navigate, and a lot of people making money, man. It was fun. They were asking, can we do it more often? So we're definitely going to try to make it a thing, at least every Friday. We're going to get it going. We're going to get it live. I got to make sure, Justin and I were just discussing, might have to buy some high powered laptops. So, if you guys got any laptops, off the top of your head that can hold Zoom, TOS, ChatterQuant, Discord, and run them all at the same time, man, feel free to drop them, because we need to know what they are, right? We want to make sure we get y'all good shit and can do it efficiently and not have to fuck anything up on our ends. But yeah, man, I don't know about you, Jay, but great fucking week, bro. It was a lot of fun. A lot of people made money in here. Hopefully you guys all enjoyed the weekend, got away from your screens and stuff.
Yeah, definitely. Yep. With a market like this, you definitely want to do less. And I think it's easy when you're coming off of weeks of, you have weeks of green, right? We had weeks of just like runners, and they would run up like 100%, maybe drop back 30, 50, and then run up another 100%, right? So like we were used to that for a couple of weeks going, and then the market shifted. We had pop and fades, yeah. And they kind of just kept getting worse and worse. So, don't get comfortable if like what you see, like on the big gains, there's going to be seasons where the market is going to give you, all these runners. And it just seems like every single day you could just throw whatever money in and it's going to, double easy. Like you don't even have to worry about it. But once that market shifts, you have to be aware of that. And you have to understand that you're going to go in and you're going to go out, and it's going to turn into more of a scalping market. Mm-hmm. So yep. You can't overdo it. Like you can't, and if there's no good entries and there's nothing you feel comfortable, and it just you're like, oh, I went into one, I lost. I went into another one, I lost. And it's like, at that point, you just need to be done. Mm-hmm. If you're not doing well in the scalping market, then you just need to take a step back. So yeah, I kind of put together this little PDF on how to if you're losing and stuff like that, how to take a step back and, what I mean?
Reframe your mindset pretty much, get yourself back on track.
Exactly. And I think one big thing is that, people like to revenge trade. So you got to start small again. I don't know,
Uh-huh.
just check it out. So I put that in there
Yeah.
with the announcements for you guys to check out.
Yeah, guys.
But moving
Good
forward,
article.
you have to understand, a lot of people are like, well, what can I do? Like, I want to get some long swing trades, right? I want to do long swing trades. Well, this market hasn't really given us a bottom on anything yet.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you have these things we've been trading in channels up and down for this past year. And now all of those, ones that were our favorites have broken all supports. And now they're still free falling.
They're
So
in. Yeah,
yeah.
go ahead, Jay. Sorry.
Yeah, no, they're in limbo right now.
They're in what we like to call
no man's land.
like price discovery too. Like, when
Yeah.
something like breaks out of an all-time high, there's nothing above you to show you, hey, where the hell could you go from here? You could go 100 points, 10 points, 50 points, whatever. So it's price discovery. It's discovering where it's going to go build its nest base. A lot of times when stocks have broken resistance, support, what Justin's saying is they almost go into a price discovery, even though at some point in the past they've traded at that level. It's been so long that those bulls and those bears have switched up so much, right, that you don't really know. So it needs to discover where the hell it's going to go find its base. Like, imagine if you bought Baba, PayPal, right, Disney, all these ones that we thought we had bottoms, but we didn't, right? We didn't. So that's why we're trying to chill. Don't try to call the bottom.
Look
right?
at Disney. Look at that was a strong support. Look how much
and
further
then I
it
think
dropped.
we had it. I think again at like 148, we were even like, yeah, this might be something here too. And
Yeah.
then no, right? Even lower, right? Go to PayPal or
Oh,
Fubo.
sorry.
No,
Look
Fubo's
at
a
that.
perfect example. 20 was a
Every-
huge resistance support.
if you looked on FinTwit everywhere, like even for me, I talked to Chris about it. I was like, I don't know. I think 20 might be it. And he's like, no, he's like, you should just wait. And I'm glad I did now. And it's true. Like, look what happened. It broke. It never even broke over the EMA. Like, this is what's happening. Let's go to PayPal. So look at that support. Obviously, it's finding this support now, but look at how much further.
Imagine if you would have caught it. Yeah, even at 202, right? Or whatever that.
Or 200. A lot
Or
of people
200.
bought at 200. Like, went heavy in at 200.
So what's that tell us, guys? What's that tell us? We're now in a downtrend on a lot of these stocks, right? So maybe it's more of a time to find the top and fade it, right? Because the best time to buy at support is really when the stock is trading above all of its MAs and EMAs, right? Like if you're playing the upside, it's a bullish trend. You just want to wait till it finds some support, then you buy because the trend is up. Well, the trend is switching now. It's switching. So what do we need to do? Maybe we got to shift the strategy now. Now it's where do we go and we trade it until it gets to resistance. We find the top, just like we did on Friday. Remember on Friday, y'all, I said, hey, listen, if I was telling Trail early in the morning, I said, bro, we don't get above 460 in the first 15 minutes after this pop, I said, they're going to fade it. They're going to fade the fuck out of it. They're going to bring this motherfucker right back down. Okay. So what happened? It didn't get over 450 or 460. And they brought it right back down. Okay. They brought it right back down. So this is a time where, if you get to a big resistance level, it's probably a time to fade it, right? It's probably a time to fade it. The overall market sentiment seems to be pretty bearish. And, I was telling y'all earlier in the chat, we're looking for Omicron news. Here's the thing. I think there's about a 99% chance that we do not ever shut down again. Okay. We don't shut down again. As an economy, I don't think they know the repercussions that would come, and the people are tired. They would never, ever let it happen again. I don't think, right? I don't think they let it happen. Also, politically, midterms, all that kind of shit's coming up. I don't think they would do that to blemish, and that's both parties, right? Both parties. So with that being said, I think every investors know. They know that we're never going to shut down again, right? Now we know that there could be some COVID names affected, but other than that, I think they're finally figuring out like this shit's going to be around a while. We're just going to have to deal with it. Meaning we're going to get new variants. People are going to get sick. It's going to happen. It's just going to happen. So why I thought last week's sell-off was more so a tribute to Powell and Yellen really getting bent the fuck over in front of Senate. And quite honestly, embarrassed. I mean, if you guys watch and listen to those testimonies, like, I mean, just from a person that knows, economics pretty well and at a very, very like short, like very short knowledge of like the most shallow knowledge you could have of how economics works. It was like they threw that common sense right out the window. And these guys just totally made a fool of them. And I think the market finally had what some are calling a taper tantrum, which I wouldn't be surprised with, right? We saw those job numbers not as great as they should have been on Friday morning. 200K versus 500K estimate, right? Not as great as they should have been. In theory, that means they can't taper as fast because the employment numbers aren't as great. Well, they faded the fuck out of that. They didn't care. They popped it up to 459 and then they dropped it. We saw it on the sell side. Over $1 billion, like 4 days out of the week. Like, okay, we saw the writing was on the wall. All these insiders selling. Microsoft sells 50%. That's huge, right? Elon Musk, 10%. All of the Fed had to liquidate all of their positions in the market last month. All the Fed board members. Okay.
And Elon's a smart guy. Like you have to know that like that he's very good at staging something to make up for something else. And we saw that with, there's that scandal and then that scandal in China. And then guess what news hit a couple hours later after that scandal broke? Elon Musk is buying Bitcoin.
Yep.
He's very good at doing it. So like, if that's any inclination, it's kind of like almost like, shit's gonna drop.
Yep. No, good point. And now you realize you can't, I mean, you could play Tesla, but it'd be better to play it long after he's done selling. And I think it was Justin, which is just W, I think the name in the username in the Discord. I think what he was saying was making a lot of sense. Is a lot of Elon's stuff is options, right? To exercise stock. So if he exercises, it's actually buying a position. So there's going to be a pop. Then from anyone's standpoint of being a simple trader, you want to pop, you want to buy, let it pop, then you sell. Buy low, sell high. So then you'll see big buys, pops, followed by big sells, then a liquidate, right? So that could explain why Tesla's really been in a range. But I'll tell you what, on what did it get to on Friday? I think it cracked below 900 for a second there. Ended up, over 1014 or something like that. But look at that, man. It like, what is this? Look how sexy this weekly is, Justin. Just look here.
No, I know.
I know you see it too. The top of this, that last breakout in the 700s, you see where it topped out just a tad bit higher. Yeah, right there.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a gap fill down there.
And it's the 20.
And
look at this MACD.
Yeah,
and look at this already at the top. There should be distribution now for sure.
Yeah. So guys, you know what I'm saying? Like this looks like 900 comes.
But also, like, I guess to go back to like him selling though, like, why would you think he'd want all that cash, right? You would think, okay, well, then if everything's going to drop in the market, he has all this cash to buy up cheap assets.
Yep.
But like, he's not just going to say, oh, here's this like market crash coming. He's just obviously going to play it off like he does.
If a majority shareholder, which is what he is selling, okay, and there are traders out there that just buy and sell off of insider, right? So you don't think people followed suit, right? Makes sense, right? So you can even see here, everything is poised. Remember on the lotto call on Thursday, for those of you that were on, I started going, man, everything's starting to look kind of, shoulder, head, maybe another shoulder forming. Everything started looking head and shoulder. It started looking more bearish. Confirmation, right? And yeah, so guys, this is not a market to be giga long. It's not a market to be giga short. I think we're going to see these swings until the end of the year because of the uncertainty with the Fed, right? And then COVID is just like sprinkling little nice sprinkles on top of the nice ice cream cake that we're going to eat. Okay. I don't think it's all because of COVID. I think it's because
cover up.
But Justin,
Look at how
humor,
perfect that is. Jesus.
I know, right? Look at that.
Look at that. Right
to
on that
there.
support. Love it. I
go
love charting and then going back to it and like, oh,
and seeing you were right.
Yeah.
You were right. Huh? You're like, damn, if I would have just, goddamn.
No bounce though. Jesus.
I know, none, just straight down. Go to let's go. Actually, you know what? Jason makes a good point. He goes, essentially, that's what happened to Cat, Disney, Snap. They all broke support, right? They all broke support. And that's why we got out of the swings. I told you guys, I said, listen, if we have a bunch of sellers this week, like for the beginning of the month buying, which we typically get right on the 1st of December, we didn't get it. I said, I'm not confident in our swings. Okay. I'm not confident in our swings. So uncertainty in the market, Damo says it perfect right here. Uncertainty in the market means keep cash on hand. Right. Cash on hand. Why? To buy things when they are oversold, one, but two, it also means to take profits on your longs, right? Don't give up some gains that you had. And so, you know, with us, you know, that might be combined 100,000, $1 million as our group, but like, think about the big hedge fund guys, the big institutional buyers, the CEOs, the big boys. When they sell, it sells a lot, right? It sells a lot. So just something to think about. You know, I'm not going to be really confident in telling y'all some swings because there really aren't any, in my honest opinion. I think it's all news focused. Everything has to be about the news now. Okay.
That's where it's focused now. Yeah.
It has to be about the news. And if you head to Justin, head to SPY, because I think I've got the same. I really feel SPY this week. We really need to see it get over 462 to really confirm a trend reversal, in my opinion. We've got to confirm a trend reversal. It's really sitting heavy on the daily on the 50, right, which was good. Yeah, you guys see this level that it held though, right? What is this? Oh, the 4 hour. Yeah. You see the level it held. Pretty much the white, is that the VWAP line?
VWAP.
Yeah. So it held that. That's good. Now we know this. Underneath a close under 450, a close under 450 is going to confirm a lot more downside. Okay. So if you go, I mean, okay, Justin, this chart's perfect. This chart's perfect. Okay, zoom out a tad. Yeah, keep zooming out. Keep zooming out a little bit. Okay.
Look at that downtrend.
Just look out how okay, we talked about this, guys. I had the 4 hour and the hourly chart. I drew that trend line down. I mean, from the high, you've got the most perfect stair steps going down. And this is the 30-minute. But if you could take you could draw that trend line straight down.
I could. All right, let's see.
Okay. Easily. And I said, and it was the top of the trend line on SPY on the daily on Friday was right about that 462, 461 level. If you guys remember, I said, if we don't get above this ASAP, like real quick, we're going to be in trouble. Okay. Like meaning market's going to go down. It was just super, super simple. And if you look on the 4 hour, I'm trying to pull mine up. Yeah. So for this Friday tomorrow we would have to close over Friday's high. We would have to close over Friday's high, which is 459 high. Oh no, 460.30. 460.30. Yeah, we would have to close over 460.30 in order for us to see more upside. Okay, 460.30 in my opinion. All right. Now, with that being said, the futures right now, which they're not going to matter till the morning, but they're up. You know, they're up 15 points. We expected a bounce. We really did, because Justin, go to the 1 hour. Go to the 1 hour will probably be better. I'm pulling up on mine too. Okay, you see the double bottom here, pretty much.
Still, it is a lower low though, and
it is a lower low.
So it is still a downtrend.
Mm-hmm. Draw, you know what? Draw that same trend line on this 1 hour, if you don't mind. I think I think that's what I drew mine on. And do it at the very, even the wick, even if there's a wick, try to do it at the top of it, of that wick. Yeah, like right there. That's perfect.
Yeah.
So listen, we've got to get up and over. We know that big level to the upside is 455.30. That was kind of like that midpoint that we talked about on Friday, right? With the high being 460 or about 462, 464. Okay. We've got to close above Friday's high to have any sort of hope of being a bull, in my opinion. Okay. But if you look at even just like the MACD on this technical side, look at it, man. I mean, every time it tries to get over the signal line, it crosses over to the downside, then pops back up, then crosses over, then pops back up. So pop and fade, pop and fade, pop and fade. You see how high the accumulation was up to the all-time high, and now they're fading it off. Right? They're fading it off. So what are we looking for? The Fed speaks on December 15th. I posted in the chat. It should be on all of your guys' calendar, right? Everybody's calendar, it should be on. Okay. That's when they're gonna talk about what the taper is gonna be like, what the rate raise could be like. Okay. And also, whenever you hear about government spending, market no likey. Why market no likey? Because that's inflation. It's very, very, very simple. Okay. Like you can't print more money and not expect inflation to happen. Okay, it's very, very simple, guys. Like very simple. I can't explain it much more simpler than that. Okay, so know that, look for that news. Okay, and then obviously if someone gets into the hospital, somebody dies from Omicron, that's gonna help fuel some downside uncertainty. Okay, but they know, I think the market knows there's not gonna be any more closures.
I do want to add with the MACD, if you take a notice that when it was in an uptrend, it was above zero. And now it's in a downtrend, it stays below.
Yep, I think that's a really good point Justin made. Even if there was crossovers and there was some downside, meaning we could play pullbacks on SPY, it essentially still stayed above that line, right? It essentially still stayed above that line. And now it was like every time it almost touched it, it bounced back like before on the bull run before. You know what I mean? It just bounced back up. And now you see this last crossover, it comes down, it can't get above it.
Yep.
Can't get above it. Right? And guys, you have to know this part of the year, at the end of the year, things can get very volatile. Why? Justin and I were actually talking about this before. Capital gains, right? If you have losses, capital losses, you can actually use that as a write-off towards your income. So strategic wise, if people have losses, they could liquidate early within the year to be able to write off those losses, right? Or if they have gains that they don't want to continue higher, they can sell them off and lock those gains in. Okay. Or they can hold the gains because it hasn't been longer than a year. So you guys see how there's a counterpart to every like holding and selling. So that's why there's also some opportunity for a lot of volatility. With the VIX over 30, okay, the VIX got to 35, it closed over 30. I wouldn't be running to the call side on the weeklies right now. Okay, I definitely wouldn't be doing that on stocks. Now the indices is different. Obviously, we play SPY 0 day to expiration, but like, you know, I wouldn't be running to the call side for sure. Okay, so guys, just remember that. And Justin made a good point. If this is a scalper's market and you're not a scalper, that's okay. Step away, ask questions, listen to what we say, watch stocks. It's okay to not buy one that day. If you don't know what's going on, you don't know how to execute a put order, that's okay. That's okay.
I mean,
Every
yeah,
single day we've been in here. Every single day we've been in here. A banger. Every single one. So what's taking one day off when you know that Tuesday tomorrow, the day after tomorrow, we're going to have another banger. And on Wednesday, we're going to have another fucking banger. On Thursday, we're going to have a banger. On Friday, we're going to have 10 bangers. All right. So just chill, guys. Chill. Not making money is still way more sexy than losing money because you are a greedy, unprepared asshole. And that's the truth. And no one's going to tell you that except me. And that's okay. Call me an asshole. That's fine. But if it keeps you from losing money, I'll be the biggest asshole out there. Okay. And that's a fact. All right, Justin, you can make your point. Sorry.
no, you're good. Shit, I don't know now.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sorry. I just, man, no, I just get people that are like, but what if I miss out? I go, you're never gonna fucking miss out.
Yeah.
I go, by you asking me that question, you're already too emotional. I can already tell you're not gonna be a good trader. You're too emotional. You're too, but what if, but nah, I'm looking for facts. I'm looking for what's right in front of me happening at that point.
And guys, if this isn't for you, like that's cool too. Like not everything is for everybody, and we understand that. We're not gonna get butthurt. Like
no,
there's plenty of things that we tried that like we obviously didn't work for us, and then we try something else. So it's like we're not gonna get butthurt, but at the same time, yeah, you just got to keep trying, like, stay in there. It does take a while. Yeah, you got to keep at it. So the people who win. So when you see these people winning in our group and see all these wins and this money being made, and you're not doing it, and you want to like have these excuses of like, well, I work or I do this and I do that. I mean, was it Tud Billion or whatever?
Tuba Dillon.
He's a full-time teacher, right?
He gets in for an hour in the morning and bangs it out, and that's it.
That's it. Done. And what I want to say also to this is that there's no such thing as get rich quick or it's easy. Money doesn't come easy. Like some people hit the lottery, of course, but money doesn't come easy. You have to put in some sort of work.
Yep.
And you know what I mean? And if the market isn't right, if you're just like, okay, they're not calling long swings right now. Well, because you're not understanding that the market is fucking shit and we might enter into this bear market.
Yeah.
Shit might get bad. Like, and then now these long swings, like we've shown, are keep breaking support. Like, what if I was like, okay, let's fucking go heavy into Fubo at 20? You guys would have been pissed at me.
Oh yeah, you got
like,
it.
You know what I mean?
Like, oh yeah.
Like I'm taking a step back. Like I'm, you know what I mean? Like I'm protecting my capital. I understand that there's another day. I understand that, you know, there's another week, there's another month. Like there's going to be a time where I can go heavy in the market again. Right now is not that time. So I'm not going to go heavy. I'm not going to force it. I'm not going to try to lose money. You know, I'm going to make my scalps. I'm going to make my small wins. I'm going to be happy. And then when the market returns back to normal, or if we understand it's a bear market, shit's going to get even worse, then let's do some puts. And if you can't trade right now, if you're not comfortable, then start learning other things. There's plenty of ways to trade in a market, right? So if you're more of like just buy low, sell high, that market's not showing that right now. It's not showing a buy low, sell high. It's showing a bear market, a bear trend. So now you got to look, like Chris said earlier, you got to look for the tops. So let's go switch over to the option side and be like, okay, let's play some puts. It's a lot more simple than what you think. Obviously, there's more to options there is. But as far as like looking at a chart, you can look, it's the inverse, right? Of a bottom. There's a top. Okay, well, let me buy some puts on this. And then Chris will help you. You can go ask questions like, what expiry should I get? What should I do with this? What should I do with that? But it is just as simple as like, okay, this is a top, this is a bottom, and that's how options work. There is more to it, but to simplify them,
they're the same thing as playing those commons, man. Buying the dip, like we're literally buying calls at the same price where your support is, but we're just buying a contract that is trying to predict a future price that is above current price. That's all an option is. An option is you trying to predict where a stock can go in a certain time period, why it's so risky. In commons, right, you could buy Fubo, right? Like, let's use Justin's example. You could buy Fubo at 20 when it hit that 20 support. You could have bought it at 20, right? It doesn't expire ever. The stock doesn't expire ever. So at some point in the next 50 fucking years that you're going to be alive, or 100 years, or however old anyone is in here, that you're going to be alive, do you think it gets about 20? Probably goes to 100. I don't know. But with options, you're basically saying you're putting a bet on the time you think it has to get there by, or it has to make a pretty dramatic move towards that price, right? So that's why I say with options, y'all, buy less. And if you can, always buy time. Always buy time. But let me tell you something on options. Does anything scream from 31.73 at the top of this chart down to 17.43 to buy the dip, to buy the support? What support? I mean, that's just a bleeder. But imagine if you would have faded every pop. Now, if you turn around and look at the chart and go, where's the resistance? Where's the resistance? Oh shit, I can see like 5 different resistance levels. Overall market sentiment is horrible. They're selling everything. I told you guys, when inflation is high, growth stocks get beat to shit.
You said that, and you also said the meme stocks too.
And then I said the market will never sell off completely if the meme stocks are still strong. Meaning, once those fuckers start selling, and those are the biggest diamond hander dumbasses. Sorry, anyone that's holding long in here, but like, listen, you had plenty of opportunities to take profits on AMC at 70, GME at 500, and you're still holding them now. Like, okay, listen, you fucked up. You should have sold earlier. That's okay. I still love you. I promise. I still love every single one of you. But you got to think, once they finally start selling those off and stop believing in that dream, just as much as you guys held together to want that shit to go higher because you thought you could do something together in the market, like, it'll sell off just as fast. So the moment they'll start selling those off, the market will actually go down. Like, it will go down big. So that's why we finally had a GME and AMC under huge support levels. Look at that. And you know what? It probably goes back to 19.
I was thinking 10.
And then after 19 is 15. And after 15, I'm pretty sure is 12 or 10. Like, I remember playing that to the upside, bro. Like, I remember playing that in this room. Like, dude, we had so many people make so much money off options too. Like, crazy money.
Insane money.
Like 20, 30, 40, 50 grand overnight by the week, man. It was crazy. But you know what? You fucking sell. Yep. You go, you fucking sell. Okay. You sell, you take your profits, you move on. This is going to be a perfect example of how diamond handing something is not the best strategy. Okay. And if anyone's holding in here, we've had some people say like, hey, should I sell? Should I sell? I'm like, the fact that you're questioning, you should sell. Simple, real simple. Okay. Real simple. All right. And guys, off of Justin's point, man, if it were easy, we would all be fucking rich. Trading is hard. It's really fucking hard. So that's why we try to make it really simple. And we can
options
for dummies simple.
We can only help you out so much. You know what I mean? Like, we can give you entries, you can do this and that. And then it's like, oh, you gave me an entry and then I went to work all day and now it's down.
Yeah.
Like, if you can't hold through the day, or if it was one of our long swings and you're like, oh, it's down intraday and you're like all upset, like, you got to understand it's a long swing. So we're holding it over weeks, right? For one. For two, if you literally don't want any responsibility or any control over your finances, then honestly, this group, like, go get a financial advisor.
Yeah,
like,
no,
go get one. Like,
that's not bad.
We're here to help, but we're here to help people who want to be in charge of their finances and their future.
Yep.
You have to you have to be somewhat in charge. You can't just expect, oh, okay, this person told me to buy here next week. Fuck yeah, now I'm a millionaire. Like, that's not how it's going to happen. If you want like no control, no responsibility, go get a financial advisor.
Yep.
That's it. It's like that simple. We want to help. We want to educate. We want to, like, Chip Dillon's a great example. He focuses, he works an hour a day in the market, banks, and then go works his job. So and trust me, I've done a lot of shit. I haven't always had money. So like, I don't know, like there's certain excuses that I'll be like, okay, that's understandable. But there's certain excuses where it's like, okay, well, I can't help you. Nobody can help you unless you start wanting to help yourself.
Like I use that excuse and I know I was bullshitting, like, don't bullshit a bullshitter.
Exactly. Like excuses, Like,
yeah. But we get it. Like, guys, and Justin makes a good point. If you can't watch the market all day, which a lot of us can't, like a lot of people can't.
Which is okay, because we do
that's
have
fine.
swings.
We like, you're still here for the right reasons. You're still here to make money, to create wealth, to make your money make money for you. That's the right thing to do. But if you can't watch it, like you shouldn't be buying a weekly call or a weekly put. If you can't watch it all day, that's too volatile. Okay. So if your strategy is more of like a buy low, sell high swing, that's great. Right now, that strategy doesn't work. So you don't do the strategy that doesn't work. But let me tell you this. Do you need to go, oh, I'm going to cancel my subscription in this market? No, it's not going to be like that forever. Right?
Learn
it's not going to be,
something
it's not going to be like that forever. So like, I'll use the same example. If you're like, well, for the whole year, I'm going to risk 100K. I have 100K in my account and I want to make 50. I want to return 50%. If you made that on January 2nd, 2022, you made 50K, or you made it on December 31st, 2022, but you made 50K, does it fucking matter when you did it? No, you still made your goal. So just chill. That's what we're trying to tell guys. Just chill. I know the giddy meter gets high and we got a lot of people making money. It's fun, but like everybody's time comes. You just gotta chill. Okay.
We're here to help you. Like there's a reason.
And we're not calling anybody out.
No,
like,
no.
No, that's not it. I mean, I think we're just seeing some frustrations from like, also we've seen people on Twitter and stuff, but like,
Absolutely.
it's just a fact. Like we are here to help you, but you got to make sure you help yourself. We cannot actually click the buttons for you to buy and sell, but we can give you every single tool to put in the toolbox to make sure you're set up in the best position in the best trade possible. Okay. But other than that, like it's going to take some self-accountability, right? Some self-discipline, because if it were fucking easy, everybody would be rich. And that's just a fact. And that's the reason why our country has 1%, 99%.
If you want to be wealthy, you have to do it. Unless you're a trust fund, baby. Like if you want to build wealth and keep your wealth, you have to understand wealth. You have to understand what your money is doing and how to build more money from that money.
Yep. And I don't want to hear that fucking excuse about, oh, all those people are born with money. 80% of millionaires are self-made. So I'll just squash that right there. Okay. 80% of millionaires are self-made. Okay. Matter of fact, all those trust fund babies are the ones that usually go broke. So that's just a fact. I know a few living in Orange County. I know a few, and they're fucking jerk offs. Okay. They're jerk offs. But I'll tell you what, man, I think that was it. We needed to get that off our chest, because Justin and I talk about that a lot, man. Like we want you guys to succeed so bad, and we get caught up in it a lot. You know, like we just care so much, and we just want to make sure that like we put you guys in the best situation and ourselves in the best situation to make money, right?
And it's hard to explain something sometimes to, to the people who are new, who don't quite understand it. Cause they could be like, oh, I'm on Twitter and fucking Tommy Chops, whatever the fuck his name is, called out this play. And he's like, I made 100 grand. Like, why aren't we doing that? And it's like, well, you don't understand. Like that's not
trading. I don't know.
No, but yeah. So like
that's buying before the masses.
Exactly. So we're trying to set you up for what's really happening. Like there's pop and fades all week. Who the fuck else on Twitter said, hey guys, be careful, it's pop and fading all week? I literally saw nobody say that on Twitter. Not one person except for me. But like nobody, like you look around, nobody's being real. They want the clout. They want to be like, oh, I called this fucking play and did this and I did this and I did this.
Everybody said what? Buy the fucking dip.
Yeah.
Where the fuck they at now?
Oh yeah, buy the dip. Buy the dip on Wish.
Yeah,
fucking
dip.
Clowns. Buy the dip on fucking this. Fucking clowns. Like understand, like we know we're here to help you. Yeah. So just trust us.
No, just trust. So when we say like, because I think I saw last week, they're like, oh, you all ain't calling out that many plays.
Overtrade, and you guys overtraded.
Yeah, they're like, I'm like, why would I overtrade? I'm like, I'm like, what if I just made 100 grand on 2 trades? Like, I'm fucking done. I'm done. Like, I'm done.
If it's why would I get back in again? Yeah.
What the fuck? Listen, in blackjack, you guys know I like to use my blackjack like analogies, right? So in blackjack, the person that can have the least amount of cards in their hand usually wins at the end of the hand. It's simple. So guys, think about that in the market standpoint. The less you can be in a position or in the market, like in an actual position, the less time you could be in one, the less risk you have, the more of a percentage you have to win. Okay. So you don't want to be fucking buying and selling and buying and selling and buying and selling. Okay. There's accounts on here and there's people on here that have that strategy. There's a handful of guys in here I trust that they could probably scalp some shit for 100%. all the time. And I'd be comfortable with that. But a lot of new people are like, oh guys, what are we buying? What should I do? What I'm like, well, you don't have a plan in place. You're gonna get your shit clapped. So no, you're not doing anything, right? Why try to force something? What should I buy overnight? I'm like, buy overnight. I'm like, why would you buy overnight? There's so much uncertainty. We're in and out of positions in 10, 15 minutes. That's it. And then we're done for the day. I'm like, I can make 10 grand in 15 minutes. I can make 10 grand in 6 hours. I'll take 15 minutes any day of the week.
The best traders I know are, you know what I mean? They are in and out, especially options traders are in and out for that 10%, 20% scalp.
Oh, over and over.
And you do that 4 times a day. Even at you put in $10,000 risk, that's $1,000 at 10%. Right?
Yep.
Do that 4 times a day. That's $4,000 a day. Done. In the morning, you make 4 trades, first 30 minutes, first hour, you're done for the day.
Yep. No,
I do also want to say about commons and options. Okay, if you're in commons and it just doesn't seem to be working, and it just doesn't seem to be working, like go check out options, and vice versa. I've seen people in commons check out options, and now all they do is trade options and are fucking super successful in options. Like vice versa, there's people in options that started with options and they like want to get it. It just doesn't work for them. They switch to commons. Now they're just doing much better.
Man,
so
that's the truth, Justin. That I think you hit that nail on the head. Listen, options are so fucking risky. So in a market that's so volatile and so like unknown, like why not play just straight commons and learn that a little bit and understand like, hey, are there things that are down right now that I could buy long term that might be a good swing, right? Or what is there a low floater, something like that.
Or if you buy low, sell high and shit's not supporting, okay, let's go to options. Let's see, okay, how can I play some puts?
Hey, can we play some downside risk here? We'll make money.
Let's then go learn it. I mean,
how many messages I got of people saying, yeah, the first time they played they played puts. It's like, and they made money. Like, that's great. That's amazing. Okay. That's amazing. But like, don't get caught up in it. Don't be doing too much, right? Just always do less. Expand your knowledge. I think Sparky, I don't even know his first name, but Sparky, his username in the chat, man, he's up like from 5 to like 14K or something like that from when he joined. And he's the one that puts the profit and loss statement from Webull in the chat. And he even said straight up, he said, man, I'm going to play commons for this week because it's too much for me on the option side right now with the volatility. And he was still making hundreds of dollars in the day. Right. And then I think he hopped back in on Friday when we had a lot of people in there. You know what I mean? You could take a break. That's chill. It's
the psychology of trading is like what I see fucks everybody.
It's 90% psychology.
I'd say, I mean, honestly, it's like 99%.
I'd say, yeah.
Because you're sitting there, you like fuck up, you want to go make another trade. Okay, I lost money, I want to go make another trade. You size bigger.
Yeah.
You break your rules, you do this, you do that. Once you figure out how to stay disciplined and stick to your rules, that's when you become successful. And sometimes it takes people years, but it's really the psychology of it. Like always the psychology. Like this whole last week, I told everybody I'm chilling. Don't do too much. Don't do too much. I come back in the chat. Obviously people made money, but I see a lot of people like losing money as well. So
I chase
over trading, chasing, over trading, like buying.
I see it in that venting channel.
I'm like, cool. Say you took last week off. Okay, let's get this week. This week shitty too. You're 2 weeks off. Now say next week the market returns, whatever, it turns back super bullish. And then it fucking goes crazy. We're good again, and you can go heavy. And then you made 10 grand, or say you made 5 grand. Or even 2 grand.
Yep.
Like, and then say the next week you made another 2 grand. Now you just made 4 grand in 1 month, right? 2 weeks were shitty, but then you made 4 grand in the whole entire month. That pays for your bills, that pays for your rent, pays whatever. I don't know what you're doing, whatever you're using it for. But like, you have to think about shit like that. You can't think it's easy because you want to go gamble, right? It's a little lottery. It's a casino. I can just sit here all day, press 2 buttons and gamble my money, right?
Yeah.
So easy, but like you have to stay disciplined. You have to wait. If the market isn't showing, if it's not comfortable to how you trade, you have to wait.
Yep. No, well said.
I keep reiterating it because I want you guys to understand, because it's hard. I think it's one of the most hard. It's the hardest thing to do. The psychology of trading is the hardest thing to actually master
Mm-hmm.
100%, because that's always based on you, your mind, and how you see things. So it's always going to be based on your own time.
Yep.
I don't know.
I think Erica said something good right now. She said, I took last week off after Monday. My head was clear and I'm ready for next week because I saw how it was and was stocking both the options and commons rooms. Guys, so let's say Erica, for example here, let's say she lost $100 on Monday. She's down, or I'm just making up numbers, Erica. I'm just using an example though. Right? And she wants to make $100 every day. Or no, I'm sorry. She wants to make $100 for the week, but she lost 100 on Monday, right? She lost 100. Well, let's say she took the rest of the week off. That's fine. But then next week she comes back and she makes $100 every day. Like, does it matter you didn't make that 100 last week if you did it this week? Right? And it should be more percentage gains focused. Every trade should be more percentage gains focused. If you can't make 100% off of $100 trade and you just think you need to put $10,000 on it to make more money, no. You got to be able to make $100 consistently before you can make $1,000 consistently before you can make $10,000. The biggest thing of new traders is this: they get in a room like this. We got bangers, bangers, bangers. Their normal position size is $200, $300, $400, and all of a sudden they get 4 or 5 wins together. They're up 5K. Oh shit! And they go, fuck! Look how fast I got to 5K. Imagine if I just put like 2-3 grand on a trade, right? I put 2 or 3 grand on a trade, and then boom. Goes against them. Goes against them. All their hard work gone. They're right back to square one.
And then right there, and then they don't realize it, but then your mental's all fucked.
No, yeah.
Because you don't realize sizing, how much sizing affects your trading.
Yeah, you're trading. Yeah. No. Well said. Well said. I mean, you don't realize how much it fucked up your mental. It fucked up your brokerage account number. You went down. Now your mental is down. You're not as clear. Instead of saying, I'm going to execute my next trade with my trade plan, it's, I need to make this money back. No. The goal could be to make the money back through my trade plan. Okay. I'm planning on doing SPY puts at 460 because I know that's big resistance. If it doesn't get through, it's probably going to go try 455. There's my plan. Above 462, I'll cut. If it closes on the daily above 462, I'll cut. Because I know Risk said, if 462 a close above 460 and it's up at 462, we're probably going to have trend reversal. Okay. And I'm going to risk my normal amount to make my money back. Cool. I think it was, fuck, I forgot the name. The blue dot, LOL Cornell or something like that. The name. Like down 2K, they went too big last week, but this week they had a monster week and they made it back because they were disciplined. It's all about being disciplined. Discipline. All right, I want to give the levels on SPY again. And then I do want to talk about one earnings this week that JT Gladiator did put on my radar. I'm not saying I'm going to play it, but I'm going to be fucking watching. Okay. And it's GME. It's the meme stocks, baby. All right. I'll be watching and we'll discuss that here in a moment. But I'll look at SPY first. So guys, look, you see this level that's super, super big. 450. 450. Okay. It's holding 450. Look, the body of those candles, right? Or what was that 450, 50-ish, whatever, right? That was the levels that we had on Friday. That is holding. We need a close of a candle under 450. Under 449 is a major flush. Okay. A major flush. Okay. But yeah, we need to hold 450. We need to get through 455.30. 455.30. We need to get up and through those levels. Okay. Once we get up and through those levels, we need to get through 460. Okay. Then after 460, 462, 464, 467, and then 470. Best case. Okay. But know your levels. I'm going to post them here later tonight. Okay. Kind of like I did last week. I'll show you guys. But yeah, we need to definitely be very disciplined on the levels. Okay. If if SPY's in no man's land, meaning it's not up at 460 where you know there's going to be a rejection, right? But we're at like 456 and you don't want to play calls on the way up because you think it can reverse, then don't play. But it confirms if it gets to 460, now you go, I'm in action. You might have had to wait 4 hours for it to happen, but now you're like, fuck, we're here. We're at ground zero of Friday's massacre. So here we go. Let's see what happens, right? Let's see what happens. And then you make your plan and you execute. Okay. We need to keep it very, very simple. So 450 to the downside. And then we've got what I say, Brian. Hopefully I'm not talking too fast for you. So, okay, I got 450 to the downside, 454, 455, 30, 455, 30, 460. Actually, about 450, 459 would be 459, not 460. Do 469. Okay. That's what I'd be watching. Now, guys, these aren't down to the exact penny because they'll never be down to the exact penny. Okay. You notice we said if under we said on Friday, if under 450 and 50 cents, it'll go down and test 450.59, or sorry, 449.50. We said it'll test there. It did. It went lower, but you know what? The candle didn't close down there. And then it caught some people on the bear side, and then it ripped back to 453, right? We didn't get the confirmation close. Okay. A little breakout and retest, if you will. So don't get caught off sides. All right. So yeah, we're going to wait to see. Futures are up right now. Oh, look at that. We're back at 455. So this is nice. This is setting up kind of how we thought it was going to, right? How we thought it was going to. Futures are up 22 points. SPY is up at 455, 55-ish, roughly, right now. That's perfect because what if we get the pop and fade? Pop and fade would be nice. Now there's a pretty big level here, so let's see if this holds. All right, let's see if this holds. All right, so know that we're waiting for the news, right? Omicron, we're gonna see. I don't see any Fed speaking until the 15th, and there's no numbers coming out that I've seen. I will look at. Okay, basically we're gonna just want to play the trend. The trend's been pop and fade, so let's see. Okay, let's see. Now let's go to GME.
But I mean, you have to think if the Fed's not going to prop up the market, obviously he's going to fade. Like,
oh, wait. Hold on. Keep this chart up, Justin. Sorry. Look at this weekly chart real quick. You guys see this? Zoom it or make it a little bit taller, just closer to these dates. Yeah. All right. Hear me out. I like to try to predict the future, right? So we see, Justin, where's the bottom of that, the recent dip? It's back at like 431-ish. Yeah, right in there, right? 426. That'd be nuts. Trail. Shout out Trail. He gave 426. We were talking about it on Friday. Now hear me out. Ready? You guys see a left shoulder and a head forming, and now we just need the head to get down to the neckline. Anywhere around 4. Remember the 50-day moving average is about on the daily of the if you go to the daily, the 50 moving average is about 429-ish. Right? It's about 429-ish. Or the 200-day. I think that's the smooth 200-day. Go to the actual 200-day is higher. Inflation numbers. I need to look, Kurt, but yes, that's what we need. That's what we need to figure out. I was looking. I did not see CPI data.
Yeah, 429. You're right.
429, right? So look, go back to the weekly now, right? If we're finally going to get this correction that everyone's been hooting and hollering about, we're finally going to get this crater. Okay, look. Look at this weekly. You see that left shoulder, then dip down to 431. Now we got a big head forming. Do we get back down to 431? Kirk is Sparky. What up, Sparky? That's Kirk. That's the man that took 5 to 14, I think. And he murders it in both rooms. What up, Kirk? Yeah, I'll be looking at that again tonight. I just looked briefly today. I just want to see when the Fed talked. I'll definitely put that in our in the chat so you guys can see when I figure out when the numbers get posted. If anyone else has that data off of hand right now, feel free to post it in the Discord. But yeah, I mean, Justin, I don't know if you see it too, but like I see a shoulder. I see a head almost formed. And then I'm just saying, I would like to just keep be ahead of some things,
Yeah.
right? We always want to see if we can. Hey, is this is forming? Let's keep it on our. You know what I'm saying, let's keep it on the. Let's keep it on watch, right? So the neckline is technically about 430 ish. We would say about 430 ish. We touch down there. Okay, so know that. Now let's look at GME because I do like this. Shout out JT Gladiator. Now I'm not taking it yet, but I'll be watching it. All right, go to the. Let's look at this weekly. Looks like it wants to break to the downside out of the pennant, but yeah, let's look at this one. All right, if we're looking off the technicals, the RSI is down and the MACD looks like it finally wants to cross over the signal line. All right, but it's been trading sideways for a minute. Okay, and I'll be honest with you. If they're not buying up these big board stocks, the Googles, the Apples, right? The PayPals, the Docus on beats because there's no guidance. What the fuck are they going to guide on GME?
Bro, it's GameStop.
I mean, listen, they already raped me back in the day for not paying me what my games were worth. And it's, some of you guys are young enough, you don't even know what GameStop was. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. I do like this, but the only thing I know is that the put side, I mean, these contracts, when the stock gets volatile, they're already, right? Like they're already kind of juiced, right? Like, I just want to take a look. I'm looking on my options chain. I'll give some numbers real quick. Yeah, the PC ratio is 0.85, so that is technically bearish. The biggest, we got some December 10 calls, but we have some December 17th puts as well. Okay, so I don't know, but it looks to me like that looks like a downtrend, like confirmed downtrend. Does it not? Stair steps down.
Fuck you.
We had for the December 16 or December 17th, there was 217 contracts purchased at $6 for the $150 puts. GME is currently at 180 something. Wait, no, 170. Sorry, it's not 170. Okay, under 169 is definitely like 150, and under 150 is it's starting to go down. This is the first time with scroll out a little bit on this daily, Justin. I'm actually seeing something interesting. This is the first time we have confirmation of a close under the 200-day. Do we get the golden death cross? If you guys don't know what the golden death cross is, that is the 20-day moving average crosses over the 50, then they both cross over the 200. And we are damn well almost there. Now the 20 is a little bit higher, so it's going to take some time. But Friday, I mean, if no good earnings, I like that 135 level. Yeah. Okay. So I'll definitely be keeping this one on watch. Okay. I'll definitely be keeping this one on watch. You know, I do like the, look at these things are fucking juiced. The $100 puts are almost, they're $1.50. That is 60 points out on GME. That's kind of crazy. The implied move is about 27 points. The volume for the 150s, I like. They're $6 though. They're pricey, and expect them to get more and more pricey the closer we get till Wednesday, right? So just know that. Just know that. Okay. Yeah, I do like this. We'll be keeping you up to date play by play. I'm sure JT, good old Dan, will be too, on what he's seeing as well. Yeah, Ivy's insane. Yeah, it's nuts. Kevin says puts. No, it's putas.
Hey, what was that? What was that thing on the SPX puts? That like that crate is like 3.3 million like open interest on the.
Oh, Topher. Did Topher give that?
So I think so.
Or does somebody else have about the? Hmm. Where are you getting the implied move? Okay, actually, good question. Guys, the implied move is called the straddle price. You go to the weekly, you go to whatever the options chain is of the earnings week. You do at the money calls and at the money puts. You add them together. So the at the money calls are about 14 bucks. The at the money puts are about 13.50. Add them together, you get 27. Okay. Add them together, get 27. All right. So that's how you do that. Straddle price, if you Google search it, you say straddle price options, it'll do some more explaining on it. I'm sure Investopedia's got a nice little bit on it. At the money calls plus out the money puts. Yep. Okay. So, and then you add them together. That's the implied move. And it usually moves pretty close to that because they're saying each direction, right? They've got a lot of points that it can go. Okay. So what is that? 27 points down off of 171 would be about 150. 150, 140 and some change. All right. Cool. All right. Yeah, that's how you do that. Good question. Good question. Justin, you have something you want to say?
I don't. No.
Okay. Okay. Cool. SPX.
Well, I was just gonna say with the SPX and that 3 million or whatever.
Oh yeah, I don't know. Is Topher on the call? Fuck.
It was for like December 17th, I think.
Yeah.
It was like 3.3 million open interest on it, like puts for 4,000 on SPX.
Yep.
Is that true?
Crazy to the no, yeah, it was way down there to the downside. I forgot.
Well, can you look at open? Is it?
Oh yeah, I can look at SPX. I can see.
Yeah, I think it was December 17th.
Okay, let me take a look. Hold on.
That could be wrong.
Holy fuck. Okay, sorry. There was. Oh, that's interesting. There was December 8 puts, 37.25 puts. There was 5,000 of them bought for 165. $1.65 times 5,000. That's 825,000. That's a pretty big bet for December. What did I say? Hold on. December 8th. So Wednesday, interesting. The biggest to the call side, which was a spread. So this is interesting too. The biggest to the call side was 47.25 calls for January 21. So a month out from, or a little over a month.
22.
Out. Yeah, 22. There was 3,200 bought at $45. Okay, so 45 times 2,300 times 100 is 10 milli. But that was a spread. That was a part of a spread. So did they just take 10 million in premium? Because basically, if you sold to open those calls, you're expecting it to go down, right? That's what that means. You sell to open, you're expecting it to go down. Okay. And so when you do that, you collect that premium up front. Right? You collect it up front. And as long as it doesn't close in the money, you're golden. It goes to zero. Think about it like you collect it up front, then you sell it back to them for $0. Right? Think about it like a shorting. So if they did that, and then also the spread was to buy puts, because I'm not seeing what the opposite side of the spread was, to buy puts, they're going to collect the premium up front, then probably bought the December 8 puts. I don't know, but it seems very interesting. Also, you guys want to talk about a put call ratio, right? 2.23. 2.23. We saw SPY last week had 1 point, 5, 1.6, 1.8, which are very high, very bearish for sure. You know, 1.69 right now. That's interest. That's still very high. We saw it as high as 1.7 and some change. I think Dave gave that number or Topher gave that number. Shout out you guys. But the SPX is 2.23. That's insanely high. Okay. 2.23. Interesting. Now, Justin, what you said December 17th, you thought you saw something big.
I think it was like 3.3 million,
Okay, let's take a look. I'm gonna look at the volume.
something like that.
Oh fuck, are the volumes already zeroed out? Damn, that sucks. All right, the volumes are zeroed out on SPX already. Oh, these are AM. Wait a minute, hold on. One sec. Sorry, guys. I think we need these ones. Fuck these. Yeah, these volumes. Yeah, they already zeroed out the volumes from last Friday. But we can look where the open interest is. The open interest has 13K on the 4,000 puts for December 17th. And out the money, they don't have anything nearly that big. Huh, that's interesting.
Okay, I don't know what it was.
No, but no, the put side though, right? You said 4,000?
Yeah, I was like to the,
Yeah, well, 4,000. I mean, I don't know what the volume was, but it had to have been closer to this 13K. There's 13K contracts still open, and those are almost $10 each.
so that's
Almost 10
big.
bucks, almost $10 each, right? So that's interesting. So that's a lot of money. Huh, very interesting. I'm telling you guys, we've got to get back above what did I say? 460. We got to get back above 460 on SPY, which is about, 461, 462. I'm sorry, 43, or 47, or I'm sorry, 4620 on ES. That's the next big level to the upside. Dave, if you're on the call, confirm that for me. I think it was 4620 was that big upside number. I don't remember though. I see a lot of numbers all day long. Anyway, yeah, guys. I mean, I don't know if you have anything else, Justin, but like, guys, we're still in the same market. Okay.
So, I mean, yeah,
Not-
we have
not-
our renders. I would say for the comment side, obviously pay attention. We're getting our admins. I think you guys can see who our admins are going to be in the chat already, but once we get that, I think everything will be a little bit more organized for you guys. But with CFVI, we're playing this right now. ARDX. So we're playing a couple ones. I know a couple guys are swinging over. They swung over the weekend. So ARDX, as you can see these charts, this one looks money on the 30. Looks like it wants to just take off. ARDX. And like, so yeah, right now for the Commons IPO, it's IPO season. So how it was last year at SPACs, IPOs are what people are taking and just driving up. So I'll have a list of all the IPOs of stuff that we're playing currently and stuff that I'm looking at for this week on the watch list. But yeah, it's IPO season essentially on Commons.
God damn. So there was okay, Topher made a comment in the chat about 420 puts. So 470 calls for December 17th on SPY have 27,000 in volume. Not bad. Okay. But let me tell you guys this.
What are you going to tell me?
420 puts have 21,000 with 106,000 in open interest.
Holy fuck.
The 4,000 or the 400, 40 points out have 48,000 that got purchased on Friday with 117K open interest. So you can wonder why the put call ratio is very bearish. There's a lot more puts being bought.
I think we see more downside for sure.
Okay. We've
With
got to get
that-
back. We got to get back up and over 460 on SPY. If we don't, we definitely can head lower. All right.
I want to see people lose their houses.
Ha!
Honestly. But we make all the money and then we buy their house.
Yeah.
And then we can
Cycle.
rent it to then we can rent it to them. Then you guys get all the cash flow. No, I'm just kidding.
Okay, interesting. So yeah, I mean, man, unless you guys got like a question, comment, concern, right now. I mean, I'm not really confident on buying really anything for a swing standpoint. Everything's day to day. Everything's about the news, guys. What news can we anticipate? Any inflation data? Let me check. I'm going to check on the economic numbers as far as when CPI data comes out, and then we'll talk about, or we should be looking at hospitalizations of COVID, the new variant, or a death. Okay, or a death, or Biden says he's not going to do it, but lockdowns or any new mandates that would piss people off. Okay, keep those on mind. Keep those in your mind too.
Feds.
Did we talk about Neo Putas? Okay, let's peep Neo real quick because we know. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. The China situation. There were some updates.
Delisting.
The delisting, interesting. Neo under 30 is just bad. I mean, it's just always been bad. This 32 level, though, you can look on Justin's chart, is a huge there's a huge demand zone.
Here's your trend lines, guys.
Take notes.
Take notes. If it goes here above this one, no.
Okay, you see this one? Yeah, it's magenta.
Yeah. Fuck.
Yeah. So okay, guys, if you zoom out just in a tad, and we can see where we've hit that 30-ish, 32-ish level a couple times, right? Now we've finally broken down. To me, it seems like underneath this level, a close under 30, it's pretty much going back down to 20. I mean, I would say that level first where Justin has it at 28, but like ultimately, I think the true valuations of companies are going to start coming back. Okay.
Yeah. Well,
I think a lot of retail traders are getting wiped the fuck out because they're listening to people on Twitter and all they do is buy calls and they buy every dip and then their fucking dip gets their support gets ripped through and they sell for a loss. Keep your eye on Twitter. Okay. I think there's a lot less profiles out there right now.
Bro, I mean, there is. Oh no, you're right. There is a lot less profiles. But I mean, the thing is like this is not post 2020 COVID fear reaction market.
No.
Like it is not. Let's just go to SPY. Let's just look at SPY.
It's Fed induced. This is induced by the Fed. That's what I've been trying to tell people. For sure.
Let's look at this. This is not this market.
Yeah.
Anymore.
You guys could have bought any dip and it ripped.
Fed said we have inflation, said that we're going to raise. Like you guys have to understand that this is probably most likely the beginning of the end. No, I'm just kidding. No, it's going to be, but honestly, it's not your buy low, sell high market. You know what I mean? Like it's going to change a little bit. You know, I mean, obviously I know a lot of us were 2008, you know, and like how everything was affected. Even people who had a lot of money got fucked hard. Like they weren't even spending money at all. Like, so you guys have to understand, like, you know, this market's changing. Let's keep our eyes open. And so for whatever reason, maybe the Feds are like, nah, we're going to keep printing money. And then we go see 500. That's possible too. But honestly, what it's looking like is like the market's changing. We're going to a bearish trend. So we're going to have to play differently.
Yep.
And if you don't want to trade, then that's cool. Like if you don't want to learn and you want to get educated and get in control of your finances or your future, then that's cool. Like go do something else. But
everybody's going to get fucking kicked right in the mouth, punched right in the fucking gut by the market. It is inevitable and it's always going to happen. But are you going to, one, quit, or two, get the fuck up and dust yourself off and keep plugging along and learn from your mistakes? That's this is going to separate the big boy players in the market and the dudes that are just riding their coattails. Okay. That's a fact.
Absolutely.
That's what's going to happen. Okay. So we want all y'all to stick the fuck around. So when in doubt, do better.
Yeah. Because the volatility, when it like gets like this, when it's volatile, and then we have maybe a huge market correction, like these guys aren't going to know what the fuck to do. They're going to be lost because all they know is buy low, sell high. And that's just like it doesn't work. Everything gets fucked. Every pop gets screwed. So now everybody who doesn't know who's following on Twitter is buying, and then they're holding because they don't understand. And now they're like bagged. All right, on to the next one, bagged. You're like, what's going on? Because these people don't understand like how the market, what's going on. So
Yep. So Dylan says, so I shouldn't follow Zach Morris on everything and YOLO on Wish. No, we're saying to do exactly that. No, I'm just kidding.
Dude, and then another thing about Wish, he's like, oh, I still believe in it, blah, 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 all this bullshit. Like, no, you're just tax harvesting your loss. And you're just playing it off like, oh, like, dude, people are so fucking fake.
Yep. So the tax harvesting, okay. Justin, you know what? We were talking about this earlier. I think this will be a good point to bring that up to the group.
Oh, that's, yeah.
Yeah.
So for taxes or on your taxes, you can, when you lose, like say you're losing on stocks, right? Your capital gains, whatever capital gains it is, you can take $3,000 off your income, right? So you could deduct that off of your loss. The rest of it, you can deduct off of your capital gains for the following year on your taxes, if that makes sense. So you guys are like, oh, I'm losing money. Like, yes, you're losing money, but there is a way to deduct it from your taxes. Obviously, you don't want to just continue losing money every single year, but be rest assured that there is kind of like a way to get your money back in a sense. So don't just be so like anal on like, oh, I'm losing money. It's like, cool, no, we'll just deduct it off of your money you'll make next year. Once you figure it out, by next year, you're making 100 grand, 200 grand. Now you could fucking take some taxes off of your fat ass gains from your losses of last year.
Yep. So that's when I say, guys, like when you're going to see, they're going to be people that are going to be playing the tax harvest game. Sometimes people put big old positions on at the end of the year because they're like, I'm up so much and I'm in between tax brackets that I can afford to take a $50,000 loss and then I won't have to pay as much as taxes, right? And there's other people that are like, fuck, I'm going to sell now and guarantee this loss so that next year, like when I know I'm going to make a lot, I can actually offset it a little bit, right? So that's what I said. Expect some swings.
It's also a way you're like, oh, how come the rich don't pay taxes on their capital gains? It's like, because it's a wash from the year before because they harvested their loss.
Yep.
And it just comes out as like, they don't have to pay anything.
Yep.
But so, I think Chris, I think you're working on a tax guide to come into the group.
Oh yeah. So I got a good friend of mine. I've known him for many years.
Certified though, right? CPA?
Yeah, former CPA, public accountant, worked at a public accounting firm, actually started his own practice, does tax and strategy for small to medium-sized businesses. And he actually has just started a new venture with one of the most dominant real estate agents for single-family homes on the luxury side in Los Angeles. They basically don't touch anything under 7 figures. So they're big time, very smart, very knowledgeable. I trust him. He's actually my accountant, my tax accountant personally. We're just connecting the dots on how we can get him to be your guys' accountant as well. We're going to be doing a seminar, kind of like a Sunday sermon, but with him. And we'll just discuss 1, the real estate market, but 2, any questions, any Q&A you guys want with the taxes, right? And then you'll have an opportunity if you want to utilize his services. We'll discuss all that later. But yeah, he's basically here for you guys to answer any questions that you might have. So that is coming up. I'll be meeting with him. He was out in Miami on business, so he's come back this week. I'll be meeting with him hopefully when I go out there on Friday to meet with Trail and Live Trade. And I think we're going to grab like a late lunch and discuss and hopefully put everything in writing. So yeah, Justin, we got him.
Well, that's pretty exciting.
Super excited about him. He's super stoked. He's actually in the community. So, he's seen a lot of you guys type. He's seen all the gains and stuff. And he said, and he kind of brought it up, like, I think I could be a resource to a lot of people in your group. Seems like there's a lot of people making money. Right.
Yep.
So that's cool, man. We're super excited about that. We got Sherlin. We got the fitness side moving. Justin, you want to talk about that?
Yeah. So the fitness side, we got, Sherlin putting all of that together. We're going to have, some like challenges that, with some money prizes and stuff like that for you guys. We really want this to be just, a community, like a one-stop shop for you guys for anything involving wealth or health. So you don't have to look anywhere else. We're like, you give us like our mentor, the mentors that we use, we give to you guys. And, the fitness side is going to be great. We're still trying to figure out how to do it. I think we're going to initially start off as like a New Year challenge, and it'll be like 99 or 200, 150. It's not, we'll figure it out, but it'll be like an 8-week program. You'll get
individual training
from Sherlin. So
from Sherlin,
for your body weight, your stuff,
nutrition plan,
everything,
dietitian plan, and a workout regimen, right? And then like on top, Justin, I like adding reading, gallon of water a day, like all that kind of stuff. Like, cause we do that now. We think it's very beneficial.
Yeah.
But
So I mean,
yeah,
we're so well, yeah. So the new year we're gonna have the taxes. So don't worry about all your money or all your like worries about that.
yeah,
We're gonna provide. Obviously, it's a service based. You'll have to pay for it. The questions we'll have a seminar. Obviously, that'll be included in the membership. But obviously, if you want your taxes done, you have to pay, and now we'll get to that later. But yeah, so don't worry. We'll have a tax guide for you guys, so you guys don't have to worry.
yep.
We'll have that for you. So then we can figure out how to pay your taxes at the end of this year. And so you guys aren't stressed. We don't want you guys to be stressed. We want everything to be covered for you guys. And
Yep.
so
Yep. Yeah, Justin and I just bought a small island near the Caymans. So we have a shell account. So we'll just funnel all your guys' taxes into there.
yeah.
Right. And then we'll distribute all the wealth back. So
Yeah,
it's
right.
good stuff, guys. Completely legal. I talked with Jordan Belfort. He used to do it all the time. It really worked out for him. He's really successful now. So I think we're going to be all right. No, I'm totally kidding. Definitely not going to be doing that, man. We're going to do it the right way. But Wolves of Wealth with a H in there, because your health is your fucking wealth, man. That's
Yeah.
true.
So fitness and taxes are coming within the next month.
Within the next
Just-
month. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So
We are
that's just
currently
something-
closed to new members as well. We
Yep.
are closed to new members. Guys, this is an opportunity for you if you have not signed up to be an affiliate. We like you. We would like probably people that you have in your group outside of this to be a part of it. We don't like newbies. We don't like shoebies. Shout out Rocket Power reference there. But we just want, if you guys are good people, we obviously think good people, and you can make a little money doing it. We've got numerous people now doing $1,000 a month in just referral fees. Like, that's amazing. That's amazing. Imagine doing $1,000 a month. You got 12 grand extra for the year. That's that's car payment. That's insurance payment every month. That's maybe that's someone's cell phone, right? Electricity. Just like you start thinking about little things that you can cover with that money. Is crazy. Okay, that's crazy. So Natalie asked a question. She said, "I'm curious if anyone's trading a TFSA Canadian account. How many trade per day can you get away with? Hard to find a definite online answer." Natalie, drop that same question in the international chat, or even any of the main chat rooms. Hopefully someone can do it there, because we're probably gonna be logging off the call here, so we don't want to cut you short on anyone that might have that answer for you. So feel free, add that in the chat. If anyone knows, guys, feel free to speak up, help Natalie out there. I personally don't know TFSA. I'm not exactly sure what the international brokerages and stuff like that. Okay, so this week will be puts, Jonathan says. Jonathan, this week will be whatever the market tells us it's going to be. I wish I could tell you to buy puts at open on Monday, tomorrow, and we make a killing. I wish, because fuck, I probably would have been done trading years ago. Right? Be sitting on an island right now. But that's not the case. We just got to trade what's in front of us, but we've got a good idea on what to expect. Okay. So I think we'll probably play puts at some point. Okay. CJ says, love you guys. I love what you guys are doing. Keep it up. I brag about y'all to all my friends. Man, we brag about y'all. You have no idea. Like, we really brag about y'all. It's crazy. You guys are the community. You guys help make the culture, right? We appreciate y'all for real. Baba CEO or Baba CFO resigned. Good, because they're in a shithole. Oh, dude, pull up the Baba chart. Imagine if you would have bought that bottom. Ugh.
Hold on.
Yeah, Baba chart not good. Baba chart not good. Can't wait to rock this week, Wolves. Putas. Yep. Yeah, some putas on Baba would have been insane. 90 looks interesting. $90 level looks very interesting. Very, very interesting. Anyway, los putas. We love the putas because they go down now, right? RIP Baba. Yeah, putas. That's what it is.
We're seeing levels from 2017. That should show you something.
Yeah, guys.
Yeah,
that's the way down there.
Obviously, China is the delisting, all that shit.
The delisting, you got to play the news, right? Imagine if you kept buying that dip, right? Then the news hit, and then you buy the dip more. I don't think so. Now you got the CFO residing. Shit's probably hitting the fan over there, I would imagine. I don't know. They may have killed Jack Ma.
Did you see Evergrande so that they're going to default on everything?
Oh yeah, that also. I did see that as well.
That's not. Yeah,
that's not good.
They're like, so all of our assets, you're fucked. They're defaulting.
Like, we'll feel that globally. We're gonna wait to get some more information on that. But initially, I did see there was some some certain bonds that were gonna be faulting. Well, I need to dig more into that.
And that's and then everything is gonna get margin called.
Yeah. Oh, CJ was the one that played the Baba call or the Baba puts. I saw some people on Friday and Thursday were playing puts on Baba. So congrats if you did, because it's a big move. If you caught that from 150, 160 down to 110, I mean, what it really went down to. That's a big fucking move. So congrats. JT Gladiator. If the puts on GME don't print, we're officially kicking you out of the room. And I'm telling everybody where we live to never associate themselves with you. Fair? All right, fair. He says, ha. That is a verbal agreement. All right. Now I'm playing. But we'll keep it on watch, guys. That's all I got. Justin, if you don't got anything.
I mean, yeah, we're playing those in the comments. I'll put out the IPOs that we're watching and stuff. Just do less. I swear to fucking God, if you do less,
Yes,
your account will grow more.
I
Less
promise.
equals more.
Less always equals more. Trust me. I never lost money from doing less. I've always lost money doing too much. That should tell you right there exactly what you need to know. Other than that, risky out. Jay Banks himself are out of here. We'll see y'all bright and early in the pre-market. We love you guys and have a good night.
I love you. See you guys later.